So 90% of our requirements, our data engineering, reporting requirement, we can achieve with existing SQL structure query language. But there are 10% of the requirement wherein we might not able to achieve with just normal SQL, right? Structure query language. So by this time, it's SQL means DDL, DML, DCL, right? And DQL, data query language. So we create a different object, query index, right? Views, subqueries, so correlated subqueries, and all we work. These are all we call as a SQL. So we are not done any programming, right? For example, if you learn any programming, generally you will learn variables, right? Then control structures like if else, while loop, for loop, right? Do while, switch case. These are all programmable elements. So same thing here also, there is nothing new here, but we will introduce programming apart from SQL. So PLSQL means programming language plus structure query language. So that we used to call T-SQL programming in SQL Server. But the concept is same, PL programming language plus SQL. So here T-SQL programming, basically you will see not only SQL commands, you will also see programmable elements. Programmable elements means variables, while loops, if else statements, right? Stored procedures, functions, triggers, cursors. So these are all the concepts which we will learn actually. So let's introduce how to declare a variables in SQL Server. So Kaushik, you worked on SQL Server, PLSQL or Oracle? Namita?
Both of them.
Both of them. What about Nikita?
Both of them, Vijay.
Okay, good. Okay, now let's introduce how to declare variables in SQL Server. We used to use a reservoir, a keyword called declare, DECLARE, declare. Just declare, Kaushik. Just declare. After that, before variable name, for example, in your C, C++, Java and all, int I, comma j, comma, right, k, like there won't be any special symbol. But in SQL Server, before variable name, you need to provide @ symbol, @I, okay. Then the data type, let's take int. If you want to declare one more variable, comma, @j int. If you want to assign a value itself, initialize the value, that is the term we use, right? You can put a equal to 2. So now j will hold the value of 2. I will not have any value, but j will have a value of 2, right? So this is what we can declare variable name, data type, and declare. For example, there is a small difference between your normal programming to SQL Server programming. There you will put a data type I, comma j, comma k. But here for each and every data type, so variable, you have to provide a data type. Okay. So how to assign a value? Come down, enter the set @I equal to 1. That is generally in programming, you will directly put a variable equal to value, right? But here you have to use a set command. So set equal to, then enter print how to print open the function bracket @I plus @j. Just I want to submit and display plus @j. Close the bracket. This is how you can declare a value and take all the highlight all the statement and execute Kaushik. I'll repeat the people who are not. This is the first time, right? Little confusion because you might learn C, C++, Java something. So this is a little different syntax. So these people are deriving the syntax from basic language, basic, Visual Basic, right? So they're not our C, C++, .NET, Java. This is a different flavor of syntax. But after 2-3 classes, you will be comfortable. That's not a problem. Now, we know how to declare variables. Then what are the next things in programming? control structures. Can somebody tell what are the control structures in your programming?
Loops, if statements, conditional statements.
If else, loops, right? So those are all comes under control, conditional control structures, right? Let's start with the if statement. Declare @marks. Declare @marks. Int downside set @marks equal to 55 is equal to 55. Now if so I'm just telling syntax and if statement. Okay, bracket might not mandatory, but okay, if marks less than 35, marks less than 35 means what? Fail, right? Yeah. So here generally in our programming we'll use while some condition, then the next line will put a flower bracket. That's our beginning, and after a block of statement we'll have a end with a closing flower bracket. But in SQL Server we use a begin and end. So instead of flower brackets we are going to use begin and end. In between we'll write the statement. Print single quote fail. So basically if the marks less than 35 means it's fail. Else enter enter after end enter, else space if @marks greater than or equal to 35 and less than 50. Norm pass. So basically is a normal pass, right? And @marks less than 50. Begin. You just correlate the begin end with your flower brackets. Open flower bracket and close flower bracket. Print normal class, right? Or pass. Just a normal pass. Next, else space if marks greater than or equal to 50 and less than 60, second class. You can put a begin, copy paste, and $70 or $70, $75, whatever the, okay, keep $70. First class, yeah, so first class, else distinction. Else begin end. I covered multiple if statement. If it's a single ones, if else, right? That you already know from this statement itself, you can get it. So this how if statement works in Control R, so that you'll get a bigger in Control R. Yeah, go to the top, declare marks from line number 7 to, yeah, go till top. So what it has to print now? Second class, right? Yeah, execute that one. I will repeat the people who are very new. Control R, second class. If you change the marks, let's take 65. I'll ask Akila, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Akila, can you go ahead and tell what in which block it will go and land?
It's first class.
It comes under okay. Marks less than 35. No, it will go to the else if. Yeah, we are good actually, right? Go ahead and execute. Right? This is how if statement works in SQL Server. Any doubt? If you want me to repeat, I can repeat. If you go any programming, same, but only a little bit syntax is different. Otherwise, it's just a if else statement in your programming. No doubt. Yeah. Now next we'll go for while loop. Okay. So per loop, then Kaushik might, not Kaushik, Akila might question. Per loop is very important in programming, right? Unfortunately, per loop is reserved for cursors. There is a concept called cursor programming. We cannot use per loop for our normal programming, that is reserved for cursors. Okay, but in Oracle you can use that one. Unfortunately, in SQL Server, that per loop is reserved for cursors. Okay, now leftover loop is while loop, right? So basically, in while loop, you can control the behavior of the loop. That's what the statement which I mean to say, but you can change the control in per loop as well, right? But let me see, some R&D I'll do and come back to the statement.
Yeah.
But here, definitely in while loop, you can control the behavior and you can issue the tickets as many people as in the queue. That is what we used to use this in COBOL. That's what we done in the COBOL programming. But let's see. I'll check and confirm team actually.
Yeah.
To declare a while loop, I will print some table number so that we'll. And before we go for while loop, I need to tell two conversion function called cast and convert. Okay. So let come cast now. Cast is a function to convert from one data type to another data type. For example, there is a number variable. If you want to cast it as a varchar, say, yeah, you can declare, select cast of, let's take, I wanted to cast of number 5 as, no, inside of cast function as varchar of 2. Let's take, I want to just cast that number as a varchar string. So if you want to do that one, that's how you can cast it into other variable. Basically 5 is a integer variable. You're trying to cast it into varchar. So you're trying to cast it to varchar. Okay. So that's the syntax which we need to learn actually. So in this case, we will do small example. We want to print a table 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15 like that. So how we'll do using while loop? We'll discuss. Declare @tab name. Declare @tab name, like table number. Okay. Int let's take, I want to print fifth number, right, equal to 5. Now while @tab name, sorry, no, declare one more variable called counter, comma, above declare @cnt, @cnt 1. Okay, very good. While @cnt less than or equal to 10, basically I want to loop 10 times. Begin and print. So basically I want to print table 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, right? I know cast off CSV cast off @5 as varchar of 2, close the bracket, plus, so I want 5 1, so 5 1 jar, right, 5 jar. Okay, in the single quote, yeah, very good, yeah. Plus then cast off cast of tab number, not in counter, right? Yeah, as varchar of 2. After that, plus 5 1 jar, right? Plus, no, plus single quote, double quote, yeah, equal plus cast of into @CNT. Varchar of 2 is enough. Okay, give 3. Okay, and you have 50 only, right? 2 is enough, actually. That's fine. Now set @count equal to @count plus 1. That's okay. Set @count equal to @count plus 1. Right now, hold on, don't execute. Let me tell you other people. So team, so we are trying to print fifth table. 5 1 jar 5, 5 2 jar. See, if it's just 5, 10, 15, right? You don't require to do all these cast off, tab num and all. You can just print @tab num into count. So it will give the result. But I want to print the table as it is, like that in when we study the tables, right? So entire whole string I want to print. But the table number is a what? Table number is a integer. Whereas this star equals, this is all varchars. So I cannot concat number with a string, right? So what I am trying to do, I am trying to cast it to the varchar. Anyhow, you equal star and all, basically it's a varchar string. I'm concatenating. So concatenate means, you know, right? Concatenating string. Okay. So yeah, now any doubt, team? Actually, just spend a couple of some time and let us know. We'll execute. Then Akila, the people who are not done any T-SQL programming.
Can you please repeat it?
Okay. Okay, let's take, I want to print 5 1 jar 5, 5 2 jar 10. Okay, just can you, Kaushik, can you put the table as is so that people will 5 1 jar 5, 5 2 jar 10. Like if it's just 5, 10, 15, 20, just a result, then what I can do, you can cut the till equal, Kaushik. Yeah, 5 2, yeah. Now, if it is just that one, right, what you can do, you can go to line number 15, you can completely, yeah, in the while loop, after begin, you just type print @tab num into @count, right? After begin, just put that command print, Kaushik. Print into CNT, @CNT, right? So let's take, what is the tab number value? 5. 5 into counter is having value 1, right? So 5 into 1, it will print in the 21 line the value. Now increment the value. What is the value in the counter? 1. 1 plus equal to 1, 2. Now in the counter, it will be 2. 2 less than 11? Yes. Now come to the line number 15. Tab number is having 5. 5 into 2, 10 it will print. Again, it will go to the line number 17. Counter, it will be the value is 2. 2 plus 1, 3. Now counter is having 3. Go to the while loop, 13. 3 less than 11. Yes, correct. Come to the line number 15. 5 into 3. 5 into 3, 15. That's what in the 23. Kaushik, instead of 5 1 jar in the line number 23, it should be 5 3, right? Just so next it will be counter is 4, right? 4 less than 11. Yes. Tab number is 5 into 4. 20. It keep go till until 10. Any doubt team there?
No.
No, right? That is very easy. So anybody can do that one. But the problem is, I want to print entire table 5 1s are 5, 5 2s. So I cannot concatenate a number integer value to the string varchar. So in order to do that one, I need to use a cast function in SQL Server to convert from one data type to another data type. I have a cast function. That's what before while loop we explain the cast function. So cast is going to convert from one data type to another data type. Which data type I want to convert? I want to convert the number to the string. Okay, then only I can concatenate. So if you go to the line number 16, I'm casting tab number as a varchar of 1. So tab number is having 5. So only one character for fifth table, right? So it will be like a string, single quote 5. Single quote 5 plus into symbol 5 plus that symbol plus integer, the counter, right? 1. So 5 into 1 equal to the result. 5 1s are 5. That again I'm casting because I want to put equal before that. So this is a casting syntax which you need to learn. So maybe slowly if you practice, you can cast it actually. So that's the reason I'm doing that. Line number 16 is a little confusion, but otherwise very simple. If you do 2-3 times practice, it will you know how to convert, how to cast it. Then printing the 5 1 5 5 2 5 3. Yeah. Somebody asked any. Do you want me to repeat one more time? Are you guys good?
Good. No, that's fine.
Okay. So this is a while loop syntax in SQL Server. So then we will go for exception handling. How you will do exception handling in your programming?
Try catch.
Try catch, right? Same thing here, little bit different syntax. Oh, we are not executed. So as a home exercise, can somebody do Fibonacci series? You know Fibonacci series, right? Not required, but if at all you really want to master syntax in SQL Server, maybe you can print odd number, even number, all those exercise you can do. Okay, let's take one exercise. Let Nikita, Ashok, sorry, Kaushik, you guys already know. Let me, Navi, can you try to print odd number in SQL Server? Between 1 to 100, print odd numbers.
You want me to connect?
Yeah, you just tell Kaushik will type.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, if you want to write pen, Priyanka, you want to go? Meanwhile, Nikita, you can think over it. Priyanka, go ahead and tell print even numbers or odd numbers between 1 to 100. Okay, anybody can, except Kaushik and Nikita, anybody can take that printing even numbers from 1 to 100. Okay, forget about SQL Server. What is how you decide whether it's a even number or odd number?
A percentage by percentage sign, then 2.
Yeah, if that value is divisible by 2 and if the remainder is 0,
yeah,
right, then that's what we used to call even number, right?
Even number.
Otherwise we'll okay, first of all, logic is that one. How to do that one? Let's say we'll Google it or something, but you need to know the concept, what is odd or what is even. How to declare? Yeah, declare. Hey, somebody want to try, please try. You take 2 minutes, not an urgent. One number, it will be easy.
Okay. So now I'm declaring a variable. Let's say some I. One. It will be less than 100 because we are checking from 1 to 100. So it will be less than or equal to 100. And it should also be, I mean, we are trying for even numbers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if we divide it by 2, the remainder should be 0.
Mm. Print @i.
And then we should increment it.
Set.
I think increment value, I mean, does it work like this?
No.
I'm not sure because I never tried it yet.
Yeah, set @i equal to @i plus. You want to jump by 2 @i.
Yeah, we can do it this way also, like because there won't be any meaning of doing
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. End. In that way is fine.
Yeah. And also if you do it plus 2, it won't work because we are initializing it with 1. So
You can declare 0, but yeah, that's fine. Anything is fine. It's all logic actually.
yeah.
So that is one way. Other way, I'll tell my way. Very simple way so that people can really declare @i or @j. I'll just type or declare @j equal to 1. I less than or equal to, remove that AND condition there. J, remove the AND condition. So while print after begin if @j percentage of 2 equal to 0, begin and put in begin and always. Yeah, print I @j equal to @j plus 1. Put in
J.
that @j equal to @j plus 1. Okay. So can you?
Yeah. So here we're just doing the if statement also inside the while, but here.
Yeah, little bit clarity so that people who are beginners, they will understand better way. So yeah, now it will print 1, 2, 4, 6, 9, right? Yeah, up to 100. 100 is also because we kept less than or equal to. So this is how we can do anything.
I think this won't work actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it will get out of the while state. I missed that actually.
No, the reason because I did not I'm not sure the second part of 1, right? So I just ignored. Okay, my way of teaching I am doing. So I am comfortable the way I prepared.
I think now
so,
it should work.
Yeah. So 0 to yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So you need to debug and come. Yeah, that's fine. Anything different people will follow different logics.
Yeah.
Only we need a result, right? So any doubt there? Control R. Okay. Now next section we go for exception handling. So can somebody tell your programming way of exceptioning like Java, C, C#? Okay, write a small 5 lines, 10 lines of small program. How to do your exception handling in your programming so that we'll correspondingly we'll turn in SQL Server. Kaushik, you can go ahead and tell your C# or try.
So let's say I have a variable I equal to I equal to 0 or something, and if I have a try block, and we won't have exception handling in C, but in Java, as far as I remember, this is the way we do. Here, let's say and j equal to 10 by I. The catch block, we just catch the exception. We system.out.println in Java, but yeah, in general, we'll just print divide by 0 exception.
Yeah. So basically, we'll put all the statements under try block.
Try block, yeah.
If there is any error, it will go and land in the catch block, right? That's what we used to call catch, right? Catch is basically exception handling. That's where it will land. What if you don't have catch block, it will not land. For example, it's come to our real-time scenario. Let's take you are traveling from Chennai to Delhi in flight. Suddenly there is heavy rains in Nagpur. Let's take our destinations are Chennai, Hyderabad, Nagpur, Delhi. So there is a huge heavy rains before Nagpur. What will happen? Generally, they will land in Hyderabad, right, Kaushik? Nikita,
Yeah.
right? So anything can happen, right? Not only for say anything can happen to your statements, right? Suddenly there might be overflow. So while executing some statement, there might be conversion error. Anything can happen to your block of statements. Instead of hanging there, even though you know that there might be a failure in Nagpur. So if you blindly go, what will happen? The flight will crash and people will die. So anytime in programming, we have to land safely if some error comes actually. So that concept we call as a try catch or exception handling. So this is being there from the COBOL. Okay. So how to do with SQL Server? We'll try actually Control N. Before that, can you do Control N? Try begin try. Sorry. Begin space try. Your block after that, your block of statements. They take select 1 by 0. Right, enter end try. Now next begin catch. This is syntax. So after 2-3 classes, you will comfortable with this end catch. Okay, now after begin catch, you type saying that print due to some error. Print due to some error, it is landed into catch block. What error will print actually? Today class just understand the try catch block, how it works. Tomorrow we'll do some real-time example actually. Maybe we'll do some accounting example so that will be easy for us. Now we just print, yeah. Execute that one. Yeah, basically division by error comes. Okay, now if you execute this line number 4 to 9, go to messages, you will see due to some error, it is landed into the what error and all tomorrow we'll print actually. So this is how we do exception handling in SQL Server. Team, any doubt? We'll do real-time example tomorrow. Till now, whatever the concept which I explained, I will repeat, except for Kaushik and Nikita, right? For rest of the people, it will be little confusing. Is the first time you are seeing a basic syntax, not your C, C++, C#, Java. Those will follow one line of syntax. But this PLSQL or T-SQL programming will follow basic, Visual Basic, that line of syntax. So it's a little different. Definitely tomorrow class you will be comfortable because we keep trying begin, end and all the statement. By tomorrow class you will at least comfortable on this syntax. Any doubt, team, before we wind up today?
No.
All are good? Yeah. So good. Try to practice the more and more. So you'll be comfortable on T-SQL. Tomorrow we'll complete the T-SQL, and from Wednesday we'll start with Azure. We'll come back SQL Server a little later. So we are a data engineer. We might not try too much of T-SQL programming, but definitely we'll come and revisit SQL Server one more time. I am telling SQL is a very, very important topic if you want to claim, raise your career in data engineering. So definitely we'll come back again, do a little more on SQL Server, but tomorrow at a high level, we'll wind up SQL Server. From Wednesday, we'll start Azure. Okay, team. Thank you so much. We'll continue tomorrow.
Okay.